Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are going to present a very innovative solution which caters towards the public safety. It's a smart city solution developed by Stellar Tech Inc., a Bay Area company. Um, it's called Croxtec. It's a pedestrian crossing alert system. The pedestrian fatalities and deaths are a big problem in the U.S. And all over the world. In U.S., there are 4,700 deaths reported annually. The major causes for the pedestrian crash is, of course, distracted walking, pedestrian not line of sight, speeding, and poor lighting or weather conditions. The concept of Croxtec is very unique. Um, it is a downloadable smartphone application for both the pedestrian and the driver, regardless of the age or the type of vehicle that they're driving. When the app is turned on, the system uses advanced techniques like geofencing and wireless communication protocols like BLE and NFC, and based on the complex algorithms developed, it estimates the collision paths and alerts those vehicles that are most likely to collide with the pedestrian crossing an intersection, thereby creating a safer walking and a biking experience for both the pedestrians and the cyclists and the drivers on the road. The pedestrian alert system, Croxtec, it takes into account the speed at which the driver is approaching an intersection and the speed at which the pedestrian is crossing the intersection, and then estimates the critical collision paths. The distance between the driver and the pedestrian is divided into three parts, the farthest being the safe zone, the median being the unsafe zone, and the nearest to the intersection being the fatal zone. Depending on what zone the driver is from the pedestrian, the driver and the pedestrian both start receiving alerts. The magnitude or the intensity of the alerts keeps on increasing as the driver starts nearing from a safe zone to an unsafe zone and to a fatal zone. Now, there are three scenarios that we have described. One is when the pedestrian and the driver is in the line of sight. The he gets the both the driver and the pedestrian get alerted. Second scenario is the pedestrian and the driver are not in the line of sight. As you can see, when the pedestrian approaches, there's a truck in between the car and the pedestrian. The algorithm takes into account this scenario as well and alerts both the driver and the pedestrian. The third scenario could be whenever in case of a motorcycle collision. As you can see, when the motorcycle approaches behind the truck, then the driver, is not in the line of sight. The application has a pretty unique feature called the alert passing mechanism, which is the ability to alert consecutive vehicles behind this vehicle, behind the initial vehicle. Um, so when the first vehicle closest to the pedestrian receives the alert, the vehicles behind this vehicle also will be notified. The advanced warning helps the preparation for vehicles to slow down, avoiding pedestrian injury, potential rear end collision, noise pollution, unnecessary horn blowing, and road rage. Thank you.